India did not change overnight. It changed quietly, through decisions made in boardrooms, factories, villages, and invisible networks of cables running beneath the ground. At the center of this silent revolution stood a man who rarely raised his voice, never chased headlines, yet reshaped how a billion people live, communicate, and dream. His name is Mukesh Ambani. Some call him India's richest man. Others call him a ruthless businessman. But history may remember him as the architect of a new India, one built on connectivity, ambition, and scale. This is not just the story of wealth. This is the story of vision, the roots of a dream. Before skyscrapers, before global headlines, before corporate empires, there was a modest beginning. Mukesh Ambani was born into a family that understood struggle, discipline, and ambition. His father, Dhirubhai Ambani, was not born wealthy. He believed that India's future would belong to those bold enough to dream beyond limitations. The Ambani household was not about luxury, it was about ideas. Conversations revolved around business, risk, and opportunity. Young Mukesh grew up watching his father build something from nothing, brick by brick, decision by decision. This environment shaped him, not into a loud leader, but into a careful listener. The mind of an engineer. Mukesh Ambani's thinking was different from many traditional businessmen. He was deeply analytical. He believed in systems, processes, and long-term thinking. While others chased quick profits, he studied how industries evolve. His education in engineering and management gave him a unique lens. Every problem was a system. Every system could be optimized. And scale was everything. This mindset would later define India's largest industrial expansions. Stepping into a giant's shadow. Working alongside Dhirubhai Ambani was both an opportunity and a burden. The Reliance Group was already massive. Expectations were enormous. Many doubted whether Mukesh could ever step out of his father's shadow. But Mukesh did not try to replace his father's charisma. He chose something else: execution. He focused on petrochemicals, energy, and infrastructure, industries that form the backbone of a nation. Quietly, he began transforming Reliance from a trading company into a manufacturing powerhouse, building at a scale India had never seen. Mukesh Ambani believed that India should not depend on the world should depend on India. This belief led to projects of unprecedented scale: refineries, ports, supply chains that stretched across continents. The Jamnagar refinery became one of the largest in the world, not because it was easy, but because Mukesh believed India deserved world-class infrastructure. Critics called it risky. Supporters called it visionary. Mukesh called it necessary. Leadership through discipline. Unlike flamboyant tycoons, Mukesh Ambani remained reserved. He believed leadership was not about being seen, it was about building systems that function even in your absence. Inside Reliance, discipline was non-negotiable. Decisions were data-driven. Strategies were long-term. He was not chasing applause. He was chasing impact, the digital gamble. Then came the decision that changed everything. Mukesh Ambani looked at India and saw a paradox. A young population, a hunger for growth, but limited access to digital infrastructure. The internet was expensive, slow, unequal. He saw this not as a problem, but as an opportunity. A massive one, betting everything on connectivity. Building a nationwide digital network from scratch was considered madness. Billions were invested. Critics questioned the logic. Analysts predicted failure. But Mukesh Ambani was not building for short-term profit. He was building for India's next generation. The idea was simple yet radical. Affordable data for everyone. From cities to villages. From students to small shop owners. When India logged in, when the digital network launched, the impact was immediate and explosive.
Internet usage surgit.
Small businesses went online. Education reached remote areas. Entertainment became accessible to all. India didn't just adopt digital life, it embraced it. What had once been a luxury became a basic utility. This was not just a business success. It was a social transformation, disrupting the market. Competitors struggled to survive. Industries were forced to evolve. Mukesh Ambani had not merely entered the market, he had redefined it.
The rules changed.
Prices dropped. Innovation accelerated. For the first time, millions felt the power of connectivity in their hands. Disrupting the market, competitors struggled to survive. Industries were forced to evolve. Mukesh Ambani had not merely entered the market, he had redefined it.
The rules changed.
Prices dropped. Innovation accelerated. For the first time, millions felt the power of connectivity in their hands. Power and responsibility. With great influence came intense scrutiny. Some accused him of monopolistic ambitions. Others questioned the impact on competition. Mukesh Ambani rarely responded directly. Instead, he focused on expansion, partnerships, and long-term ecosystems. Retail, energy transition, technology platforms. The ambition was clear: to build an integrated future for India. Beyond business, Mukesh Ambani's vision extended beyond profits. Education initiatives, healthcare access, philanthropy on a national scale. He believed wealth had meaning only when it created opportunity. His family foundation focused on lifting communities, not just donating money. A family legacy reimagined. Unlike many industrial families, Mukesh Ambani believed in preparing the next generation early. Leadership roles were structured. Responsibility was earned. The goal was continuity, not inheritance. Reliance was not meant to be a personal empire, but an institution, redefining energy for the future. As the world shifted focus, Mukesh Ambani pivoted again: clean energy to sustainability. Green hydrogen. Once more, critics doubted the scale. Once more, he invested heavily. His belief remained unchanged. India should lead, not follow. The price of vision. Vision comes at a cost. Long hours, relentless pressure, constant scrutiny. Mukesh Ambani carried the weight of decisions affecting millions. Yet he remained calm, methodical, almost invisible. That was his strength. The man behind the empire. Away from business, Mukesh Ambani is known to be deeply family-oriented,
Reserved.
spiritual, grounded. He believes success is temporary, legacy is permanent. How one man changed a nation's direction. Mukesh Ambani did not invent India's potential. He unlocked it by betting on infrastructure when others hesitated, by betting on people when others chased margins, by thinking decades ahead, not quarters. Closing. The future he built. India's future is still being written, but its foundation has already been laid. In data centers, in factories, in the hands of millions connected to the world. Mukesh Ambani may not be remembered for speeches or slogans. He will be remembered for systems that changed lives. And in that quiet transformation, he truly changed India's future.